Sunday, June 13th. The Lord has seen fit to test my faith with the despair that comes with clearing these woods of this wickedness. There seems to be no end to their shadowed corridors, and at the end of a hard day's labor, the land looks no more settled than it did at dawn. Friday, August 20th. When John returned from the woods, as routine would dictate, I would present to him a warm supper to ease his hard day of clearing. But today I was surprised to find him bounding home as light as a boy, smiling. "I have found a way to spoil the woods," he said. The method included cutting the base of the tree, so it would die, leaving the woods uncleared and filled with the ghastly sentinels of their lifeless trunks. I had heard other wives tell me of this method, and recognized it at the onset as the witchcraft of those who dwell in the woods, and informed him to cease at once. God's work will never be done with this sorcery. Clearing may be hard work, but it is the promise of this land, and it is ours to fulfill it. Tuesday, September 8th. Of all the curses this land has bestowed upon our family, our insolent daughter is perhaps the worst. It has tried my faith to the limit that God has seen fit for me to bear this one child. First, she refuses to wear shoes, regardless of how tightly I fix them to her. Her father and I would not have set out daily, clearing the forest's floor, for her to disgrace us and traverse it in her bare feet. Wednesday, October 11th. I thank the Lord for revealing the depth of my wickedness. He has seen fit to try my faith to its utmost end. Today, I walked down to the lake where our daughter has been known to return daily. I called her name till dusk haunted the sky, to no avail. Then I saw a glint in the water, among the reeds, and saw my daughter lying there, just beneath. I went in to retrieve her, and her visage scattered as a reflection, and she was no more. On Friday, it was our custom to go into the town to watch the bull baiting. The lads worked long, and I only thought it fair to provide them with entertainment, much to the dismay of our wives. This match was particularly violent. The dogs set about the bull in such a fury that the beast, in panic, tore into the pack with its horns. But the pack, undeterred by the obstacle, set upon the beast with their sharp fangs in a unified fury. It was then that the girl emerged. She was beholding the battle through the cracks of the high fence, and scaled it unseen by the crowd, which she pierced like a dart, and ran directly up to the bull, without shoes or stockings on, her bosom bare, and her ringlets of beautiful black hair flowing in wild disorder upon her neck and shoulders. Her clothing was nothing but her long shift and a white petticoat, so that she appeared more like a ghost than a human being. When she reached the bull, which almost immediately before was in a great rage, he dropped his ears, and bowing his head as if he knew his deliverer was come, she thus accosted him. "Poor bully, and have they hurt thee?" "They shall not hurt thee any more." And stroking his forehead, she repeated, "They shall not hurt thee any more." We multitude were confounded and dumbstruck with amazement. In the midst of their gaze, she darted back like an arrow from the bow, over the fence, and here the bait ended. Dear Mother and Father, I have waited for you here, though I do not know how long. When you went out to check the bees and found the shape of a woman coated with the insects, they dispersed and left me standing there. Though you did not see me, know that I did not perish. You were closer when you said that I was scattered. I became more than myself.
Nothing like the